I want to do it because if I stop doing YouTube, I got nothing. This is all I do. I will have nothing. I won't have an incentive to get out of bed every day. That's my concern. It's really difficult for me to stop helping everybody that's getting information from my videos on how to fix their own scooter, or an idea of what may be wrong, or just encouraging people to be out doing stuff, which I've been told as well. It's really hard for me to stop doing that. But it's to the point now, I've tried and I've tried. You've seen me talk about this stuff before. But it accumulates. Everything just builds and builds, and it's all come to a point. I just can't do it anymore. I'm done with it. I'm not, unless my channel gets removed. I'm not deleting anything. If there's something important that happens, like the monster snaps in half while I'm driving or something, I'll still make videos. I don't know if I'm going to keep talking in my videos, because if people keep putting words in my mouth, there's things you can't. If somebody thinks they heard you say something, everybody's against you because of it, whether you said it or not. I will never say that word on YouTube because of that. Because it sounds like something else. If you say that word, you're the worst person in the world. Done with it. YouTube used to be this great place. Like I said, their slogan was, broadcast yourself. Say what you want. Do what you want. As long as you stay within the law. Didn't matter. Now, YouTube has become so commercialized. For me, like I said, the monetization is free money. It's just getting paid for something I'm doing anyways. It's a supplement. I never depended on it. If I don't have it, I'm down. Oh yeah, because of all this crap that was happening, I've got more subscribers. I get more views, but my income, I'm down to like $14 a month now. Why? So there's this word that everybody uses, shadow ban. I don't care. I don't care. My loyal viewers are here. They watch. New people can't find my videos. So be it. Maybe there's someone that could use the help that I've provided in my videos, but if they don't see it, that's not on me. That's not on me. That's YouTube. Blame YouTube. Google. Probably one of the most communist companies we have in North America. They shouldn't be allowed. On my AdSense page, when I access my AdSense to see what my balance is, across the top in bright yellow, due to the war in Ukraine, monetization will, or I don't remember exactly how it's worded, I'll stick it up here. But basically, if you don't agree with what's happening, they will cancel your monetization or pause it or something like that. Who the f are you to tell me what to think about anything? You're a company. You don't run my life. I can't have an opinion on it. We aren't getting the truth. We don't know what the truth is. I have suspicions based on, you know, the Biden's connection to Ukraine. That says a lot to me, but I don't know. None of us know the truth, except for them. Do you think anytime there's a war, there's propaganda on both sides? We don't know what the truth is, but it's being fed to us. We have to believe this. I don't know. I can't even, if somebody asks me what my opinion is, I don't know. I can't have an opinion because I don't know. But for Google to say that if you don't share our opinion, you don't get the money that you've earned. I feel so bad for people starting out. Kids, teenagers, whatever, just starting to make YouTube videos. I see these people that are basically living off of YouTube. They get millions of subscribers. That's how they get paid now. And in order to get paid that, we have to watch their videos and get interrupted multiple times by advertisements that we can't skip. We're forced to watch. Kids today, I can do that. Maybe. But probably not. Because there's so many regulations now. So many things. You can't say what you want to say anymore. You're not allowed to if it's against what they want you to believe. You say one thing, your channel's gone. And everybody in the world hates you for it. Even if you never really said it, it just sounded like it. I'm done with it. I'm just so done with it. YouTube is now commercialized, and it's a job for people. For some people, that's okay. The homesteaders that I watch, but they're not. To me, that's quality entertainment. Watching them, they're living a life that I would love to live, but I can't. I'm not physically able to do that. I would love to own a big plot of land and just do what needs to be done to upkeep the land and stuff. That's what these people are doing. And they're sharing it on YouTube, making money from it. In a lot of cases, they've quit their jobs and gone to YouTube full time. They got sponsors, the ad revenue, stuff like that. They're living off of YouTube. In that case, that's fine, but you get these freaks that are doing nothing, pranking people. You know, I hate pranks. It pisses me off when people prank me, because what you're doing, I'm not going to get into it. But these people are making millions of dollars off of YouTube, scaring the crap out of people for no reason at all. Entertainment value. That's just wrong. And other videos are just absolute, complete nonsense. Almost every frickin' video they have is pretty much the same thing. And they've got millions of followers who just think they're great. It makes me sick. And these people are promoted by YouTube. You get people, honest people that are doing honest stuff, like me trying to help out. You're not promoted. You know, you're not making millions of dollars for Google. Therefore, you don't count. Please say something that we don't like so we can cancel you. I guess that's it. If I've offended anybody, I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry I said what I said. I'm sorry that you're offended. My intention is not to offend anybody. My intention is to be factual, explain how I'm feeling, why YouTube sucks, why Google sucks, and why I'm done with it. I'm not supporting them anymore. If that offends you, look at the facts. Figure out why it offends you. Why do you have the opinion that Google and YouTube are great people, are great companies? Why is it okay to shut somebody down who has a different opinion? I don't care what side you're on. I don't care what you believe in. It's not okay to tell somebody, well, you don't have my opinion, you're not allowed to speak. It doesn't matter what that subject matter is. It doesn't matter. I hate this left-right divide crap. That's basically what it's about. I don't care what side you're on. It doesn't make any difference. Everybody has their right to speak, but they're taking that away from us. Some people see it, some people don't. You're on the side that is being promoted. You think it's a great thing. Just wait. It's not going to be so great. I don't know what else to say. I'm starting to lose my voice here. I didn't get as angry as I expected to, thankfully. I did put some stuff out that I'm going to need to censor myself. I'm not going to cancel myself over it, but there's a few words that I will bleep. Because I don't like speaking like that. And I know there's kids that watch my videos. But this is something that needed to be said. And if this is my last video, then this is my last video. If I end up making a website, I doubt it. But if I'm not making these videos anymore, I'm gonna need something to do. It's not gonna get me out of the house, but it's or even out of bed, for that matter. But it'll be the same title as my YouTube channel here, TheTimeCapturer.ca. Or maybe I'll just make it .com, make it easier for people to find. I don't know. But purpose of it will be not to continue with what I'm doing here, but basically somewhere to showcase my pictures. I've never been able to use them. I don't know. But I'm not doing PHP anymore. I'm done with that. I'm no good with the security. It's just gonna get hacked again. So it's all gonna be just straight HTML. No search functions, unfortunately. You won't be able to comment. Unless, I don't know. I don't know. But I actually already started designing. It's all going to be auto-generated. If I add a picture to it, I just have to regenerate the website files, upload them, and everything's new. But it's going to take some time. This isn't something that's going to happen like within the next week, within the next month, maybe not even within the next year. But I don't know. Even websites aren't safe anymore. Europe, I don't know why Europe has such a stronghold on the internet, but whatever they want, we all have to abide by. Nothing against Europeans, but why is Europe the authority on the internet. Remember a while back, if your website uses cookies, everybody understands websites use cookies, but no. Europe wants it stated that if your website uses cookies, you have to tell somebody and they have to click on accept. Why? Because that's what they wanted. Why does everybody else have to do it, right? And like I said, everybody understands websites use cookies. We don't need to be told this. And it's harmless. It's not... You have to denote, you have to tell people that you use cookies. That's harmless. But why do they have the authority over that? That's my point. And now, they want all misinformation or something. They don't want their people to be able to see on the internet, so the rest of us, the rest of the entire world, has to abide by. Why are they the authority? So, regular websites along the... I always have word with that. Longevity is now in question. Because they can't come after right now, these authoritative figures can't come after regular websites. But they can threaten to shut down to the web providers if they don't remove you or get you to stop producing that content. That's how they're going to stop regular websites. So they're not safe anymore either. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. So I'm done with it. It's a source of stress I don't need, I don't want, and I'm not going to support. I want to thank everybody who's been part of my YouTube channel, but part of my YouTube family, part of my life. Those of you who've been with me since way back when, before I even had the monster, thank you for sticking around. If I'm such a bad person, why are these people still with me after all this time? I had somebody come on my channel one time and promise to help my channel grow into, whatever. I said no. Thank you, but no thanks. I don't want a large channel. I don't want the hassle that comes with it. I have just over 2,700 subscribers right now. It took me a long time to get over. Once I reached the 2,000 point and YouTube decided they didn't like what I was saying, it took a long time to get to where I'm at now. It's pathetic. There was a YouTuber I watch, Nomadic Fanatic. He lives in an RV with his cat. He is one that relies on YouTube for his income. He lives in his RV, he drives around the States. He shows all the places that he's at, and he does different things. When COVID hit and all these travel restrictions came in, he got scared and he bought a house. That's how bad the fear-mongering was. He bought a house because he was afraid he wouldn't be able to travel anymore. So, recently, I don't remember when, sometime this year, this summer, he put out a video. I don't remember if there was something happening at the time or not. This is one of the main things I wanted to talk about in this video when I first got this idea of making this video. I almost completely forgot about it. It just hit me now. I will show you a clip from him. There's no way I can remember what he said.
Okay, look, guys, we got to have a little talk because I know I took some time off of YouTube, and you probably couldn't even tell in this video. I've been trying to just stay positive, but I've been going through a little bit of some depression and some frustrations going on behind the scenes, and for a while there, I kind of completely lost my motivation, and I want to share some stuff with you. I'm not going to share everything, but I want to. So, little insight into what's been going on with me. Now there's a nice breeze probably ruining the audio. Feels good though. So, YouTube is a funny occupation. Do I work for YouTube basically? Yeah, I do. We're kind of all artists if we are creators on YouTube. I come from a long line family of entrepreneurs, self-employed artists. My dad, back in the day, would paint and sell his own lithographs, signed and limited edition lithographs. And month to month, things could change drastically for my dad. He might sell 30 lithographs in 30 days one month, and then the next month, for no reason of his own, he might sell 2. And as you can imagine, that put a serious strain on things financially, and it could be very, very stressful. A lot of ways in YouTube, things are very, very similar to being self-employed and having a very inconsistent income. I'm going to share some stuff with you. There's some stuff I can't talk with you about that's under contract with YouTube, but there's some other common knowledge, basic stuff, assumed stuff that everybody knows already that I can kind of cover real quickly to get you caught up. And that is, how do I make money on YouTube? Well, the main primary way that I make money on YouTube is by creating content and then working with YouTube. You'll see some ads on videos, a lot like when you watch one of the cable networks and you're watching a funny sitcom for 9 minutes and then you get a 5-minute commercial break. Well, those advertisers, those commercials, they have paid the network to put those on there, and then the network gets that money. Well, YouTube is similar if you're a partner with them. They put ads on my videos. However, they keep a large portion of that. They pocket 60% of it and give me 40% of those ads because they're providing the platform where my videos are at. Whatever. It's the most successful way that we can make money up until today, what I'm going to talk to you about here in a little bit. So you can imagine my income week to week, month to month, year to year can drastically change. The part that sucks about it is that it has no bearing at all on the effort that I put in. At all. I mean, let me give you an example here. Let's say you work a normal job 40 hours a week. You come in 5 days a week and work 8-hour shifts. You do the same type of work. You work just as hard every week. And let's just say you get a paycheck. This is not a normal number, but let's just say you get a paycheck for $1,000 a month. And every month for 5 months in a row, you get $1,000 a month for the same work. Then randomly you go to cash your check one Friday, and instead of 1,000, it says 300. It's 30% of what you got last month. And you go, wait a minute, that's not fair. That's not normal. As a matter of fact, I think I even worked harder last month and I had a better attitude with my coworkers or whatever it is that you're trying to sell. It wouldn't make sense to most people. However, in the YouTube world, I have absolutely no control over circumstances when it comes to advertisements. YouTube sells a certain amount of ads, then they get bids, and then they flush them all out onto all these channels. Sometimes there's too many videos, so not enough ads. Sometimes everybody wants to push ads in November around Black Friday time and stuff like that. So it has been a rough 7 months on the road, guys. I have enjoyed my time in Florida, but it has just sunk and sunk and sunk and continues to get worse and worse no matter how much effort I put into my channel. And I finally hit a breaking point. I hit a breaking point because I went all in. I had five of my best videos in a row for my viewers, for my channel. I had Joplin, Missouri, a 32-minute video. I followed that up with another 30-minute video from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then Oklahoma City, and then Fort Worth, Texas, and then Dallas, Texas. And I was busting my butt like crazy. I was working so hard. I was doing unusual things, staying in hotel rooms, putting on tons of miles, buying tickets and getting into places and sharing those with my viewers, getting drone shots. I literally said I'm going all out. And something very, very strange happened in that time that I'm just now going to share with you. First of all, the very first video that I put out, which was shared tremendously by my friends and family, Route 66 people, I appreciate everyone giving me a thumbs up and sharing that video. However, you still can't change the fact that YouTube Analytics tells me right away on day 2 that my Joplin, Missouri video was the worst viewed video in over a year. In over a year. And again, I can sit here and say, that makes no sense. I worked so hard. How could it be the worst? It has to be the best. We're like so far away on that spectrum. I couldn't believe it. And then consecutively, right after that, my Tulsa video. How could that also then be the worst? It outdid the Joplin video for the worst in a year. And you know the rest of the story. Oklahoma City, Fort Worth, Dallas, all 5 of them all got the #1 spot for worst viewed video on my channel in over a year. See, YouTube's weird because most of the people watching this video right now, you've probably watched all 5 of those videos. You're probably one of the people who said, Eric, I love the effort you put into it. I love those spots you shared. I love the tickets you purchased and the places where you brought me in and gave me and my family ideas to go visit on our trip through there. And so how can I sit here and say, that was bad. That was a rough patch. I didn't know it at the time, though. You know, you're making these videos. You don't know until you get the paycheck, and then it's like, this has to be a typo, right? Yeah, I've got bills. I've got bills on the road, but I put probably 98% of my earnings go right back into this channel to provide better content, better equipment to be able to capture it on, drones, gas in the car to be able to take you on little adventures and stuff like this. So YouTube's a little different because I want my channel to grow. I want it to be successful. That's why I put everything back into my channel. And it's really tough now because with the delay, and now, well, we also got to talk about a couple other ways I make money. Otherwise, I'm not being fair, right? Patreon. Although I had over 520 patrons follow me on there, I am now also down to, I think, 366. It has taken a huge dive. However, I will say that this month, I made more money on Patreon than I did on YouTube. And I'm having a really hard time dealing with that in my head, going a million miles an hour. As well as I also make money on sponsorships, whether those are one-time sponsorships with certain companies or brands or products, or maybe it's a long-term sponsorship that lasts a couple years, like ExpressVPN, or until recently, an internet company that I decided that they had bad practices. I made a judgment call. I said that I value my integrity and my honesty to my viewers enough to say that no amount of money is worth it if there's some shady stuff going on. That sunshine feels good. So I let them go, but I let go 2 really important things. One, they paid for all the gas in both my vehicles to put this channel on, period. So that ought to give you an idea for that. And number 2, the internet itself for uploading videos. It's incredibly difficult to put Starlink out in a parking lot, in a Walmart parking lot, or even here where people can drive through real fast just to upload this video. So I created some more problems by trying to protect my integrity, and that didn't even do me any good because everyone's still blaming me like I'm part of the company and I had something to do with it. And it's like, you just can't win sometimes, is all I'm saying. Right now I'm going through a really rough patch in my life, and it's amplified by the fact that a lot of my friends who I was traveling with back in the day, I got to be careful how I word this, a lot of my friends have already left the road. They have decided that both YouTube and travel and gas money and just everything going on with it and the way YouTube pays is just no longer practical. No longer practical. And I'm not going to throw people under the bus because I love what they're all doing. But let's talk about, real quick, Jason and Candace from Camping with the Kellys, who are now unusual. I can't remember. They changed their channel name. Caravan Carolyn. Even Campervan Kevin. I can't say none of these people travel anymore. They all still will go on camping trips and travel a little bit, but they have taken a huge step back, and I've been watching it happen. A little jealous, thinking that I would like to do that at some point in my life. I am drawing a huge blank on the rest of the people that I was thinking. I should have left some notes. But anyway, my point is, I think YouTube and travel is just becoming a dying breed. And I have to consider some other factors. Every time that the weather gets nice, I do lose a good chunk of viewers, because many of you guys hop in your own camper or your own rig and you're on your own adventures without internet. You're not watching Eric's YouTube videos anymore. You might catch up to him this winter when it starts raining or it's snowing and cold and you're kind of stuck somewhere. But in the summertime, generally speaking, I get fewer views if you look at it that way. But for the first time in 11 years since I got my first paycheck on YouTube in Slab City, speaking of Slab City, Mike from Living Free, who now is doing off-grid stuff as well. So there's a lot of them. For the first time, I am worried about my future. And so my stomach has been in knots, even though I've been enjoying my time with family in Texas there. But I've just, my brain and my emotions, and I'm scared and I'm nervous. And then
that pretty much sums it up. It doesn't matter how much work you put into your videos. Doesn't matter. And it sucks for him. He's one that's relying on YouTube for his income. Like I said, for me it's just extra. Doesn't matter to me. But I put so much effort not making great content, but I put so much effort into doing something where I can make a video. It doesn't matter. It could be, I'm surprised actually at some of my videos. Some that I think is going to be a great one, I get very few views on it. Other ones are just a basic "this happened today" video, and it gets hundreds of views. I don't I don't have an explanation for that. That's what he's going through, but he's specifically making extra content, right? And it just doesn't get views, and he doesn't understand why. I don't understand why. That's the nature of YouTube. It doesn't matter how much work you put in. It's either gonna work or it's not. And for a lot of people, including myself, it's not worth the effort anymore. I'm still gonna go out. And when beautiful weather like this, I'm not sure what the temperature is today. It's low 20s, but the sun is nice and powerful. I can feel it on my legs. It's really strong. But I'm still gonna go out for a tour. You know, maybe not every day, but I'm not gonna go out specifically to make a video. I don't have an incentive to do that anymore. Every year, my illness gets worse. When summer comes along, it eases up, and I'm able to enjoy the summer. I'm able to get some stuff done. I have extra energy where I can work on things. That didn't happen this year. My illness never cleared up. And I've been depressed all summer, probably because of the weather, not getting a nice hot summer that I'm used to having. I look forward to summer. With my illness, I don't like winters anymore. I look forward to the summer. That's one of the few things I like about winter. It makes me appreciate summer. But this year just wasn't enjoyable for me. And nothing has changed as far as my illness goes. So it's almost the end of September now. At any point in time, when my illness normally comes crashing back down on me, I don't know what to expect this year. If it didn't clear up, am I not going to notice a change? Or am I suddenly going to get a lot worse? Because last year, I thought I was done. I thought I'd got to the point where I can't do this anymore as far as like working on the monster. But I was able to. At that particular time, I didn't really give up. I just resigned to the fact that I just can't do this anymore. But gradually, you know, I got some things done, thankfully, things that needed to be done. But like I say, this year in the springtime, I changed the front wheel bearings. I don't know. Thankfully, the monster's been good this year. It didn't break down massively like it does every year, yet. So, I haven't needed to, so I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know what to expect anymore. I have to do something. I have to get it ready for winter. So anything minor that's wrong with it right now, I want to make sure is taken care of. So it doesn't get worse in the winter because once it gets cold, I can't work on it. I can't work in the cold. I don't know what to expect. Everything's up in the air right now. I guess I'm done. I don't know what else to talk about. I think I've made my point. I'm tired of everything. I get paying to license music. I can't make my videos without music. It makes them so much better. And I can't, because of the front end issues with the monster, I haven't been able to go on long drives out of town. I don't trust it. I can only show the same route so many times, right? So if I use different music in them, it even though you're seeing pretty much the same thing, the music's different each time. So it helps enhance them, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But most of the music I use, it's all licensed, but most of it is registered with YouTube with the Content ID system. When I upload a video, YouTube says, we're checking your video for copyrighted content or something like that. I use 10 music tracks in one video. It'll find one, maybe two, sometimes none of them. And then over the next couple years, all these music tracks that were never detected right at the beginning where they said they were looking for them start coming out. And I get one pretty much every day. Some of them are like from 3 years ago. And I have to go back and look for the license for that. It's been so long. And that's a real pain, right? It takes time to go through all that. And I get it, you know. Artists want to be recognized for their work. They don't want people using it without paying for it. I get that, but it's such a pain. If when I upload a video, I got all the information right there. If you had to submit licenses right away, that wouldn't be an issue. Everything's there. But when you get a notice 3 years later, that's where the annoyance comes in. And within the last couple months, my licenses have been rejected. After I go through all that, so I appeal it. I'm winning the appeals because obviously it's a valid license. That's what came with it when I downloaded it. But if I lose that appeal, that video gets removed from YouTube and I get a strike. And I've had I think probably 12 now that I've had to appeal. That's 12 opportunities to get a strike on my channel, right? For no reason at all. And it's always the same one. It's Elite Alliance. They're the ones that are rejecting. Some choice words for them too. But like I say, I have a feeling they're not even looking at the video. They're not even looking at the license. It's just whatever mood they're in that day. This, like I say, it's this suddenly. This has never happened before, and then all of a sudden, within the last couple months, this has all been happening. And I don't know if I said it before, but there was somebody on YouTube. You can probably find the video he talked about it. That's where I saw it, in a YouTube video, where Content ID mis-ID'd content and said there was music in the video where there was no music. It was natural sounds, birds chirping and stuff like that. So he disputed it, and they didn't accept his dispute. They held it that, nope, this content's there. You're violating copyright. And it was the same thing. He said, did they even look at the video? Because they have access to your video, even if it's private or scheduled to come out, it hasn't been published yet, or if it's unlisted, they have access to it. So to say, yeah, well, we manually looked and it's still there, obviously they didn't, right? So is that what's happening here? I don't know. I don't remember if it was finally settled or whatever, but I had, when I first started, I was using free music. And holy crap, that's noisy. And even free music isn't safe. Hearing it sounds like a dump truck dumping a big pile of rocks. That's loud. Obviously the heron didn't like that. He left. That's it, I'm out of here. But I had one. I don't remember which website it was I got it from. One of the free ones. And I got a Content ID strike on it. And it said it tells you who the copyright owner is, who it's being claimed by or whatever, what the content is. And I got looking at it, I said, that's free. So I went to that website, contacted him. I said, why did I get a copyright strike on, or claim on your free music, right? And he says, well, I'm not registered with Content ID. So I looked it up, who was claiming it. Somebody used his music in a video and then submitted that video as their work in Content ID. So he fought. Eventually it was settled, but he had to fight them, saying, this is my music, you can't copyright it. So even free music isn't safe. Not to mention everybody uses the free music, so you can watch several videos with the same music in it. I don't like that. I like to be unique. I like to have my own stuff. But Anyways, I don't know what else to say. Like I said, I've made my point. I'm tired with it. I am tired with it. I'm sick of it. Done with it. That's what I'm trying to say. Tired of it. Done with it. And whatever happens from here happens to here. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. I gotta stop talking now. I'm hoping you'll even get to see this video. I hope YouTube doesn't stop it before it even comes out. It's gonna be a long video, so I might have to break it up into chapters. Look in the description. I'll see what I can do. I'll put time stamps on where I'll be talking about what. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I guess I'm done. Thank you, everybody. For the most part, it's been fun. Most of you have been awesome. Thank you. A few of you haven't.